And rightfully so. All right? Rightfully so. We need more people to, call this place out and, reveal the wickedness that goes on and all the other stuff, man. We need that to happen. It's the only thing that makes sense. All right? For the elect to wake up. The 144,000. Okay? We want brothers to see the madness and the folly of this place. All right? Going back to Jeremiah 28:8, I'll read it again. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence, which once again, all of those things is going on right now. War, evil, and pestilence. All right? That's why we're prophesying the downfall of this wicked kingdom. Okay? Verse 9, it says, the prophet which prophesieth of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord have truly sent him. All right? So if a prophet prophesies of peace and it comes to pass, then yes, the Lord sent that man. As this is talked about. There's a law on the prophets in Deuteronomy, the 13th chapter. I'm not going to pull it, but there's a law on the prophets, false prophets and righteous prophets. Okay, if they prophesy of peace, if they prophesy of evil, if it comes to pass, then that means the Lord has truly sent that man, that prophet. It says, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord have sent him. Okay? And that was really the point on that. All right? But we're not prophesying of peace, man. Okay? We're prophesying of war and evil, and of pestilence. Because that's exactly what's coming this way. The economy is not going to get better, people. Okay? This economy is already not stable. It's already unstable. Trillions and trillions of dollars in debt, man. All right? This place is consistently unstable. All right? Gas prices, food prices, all of those things fluctuate every year, man. It goes up and it goes down. It goes up and it goes down. It goes up and it goes down. All right? Eventually, everything is just going to collapse. And that's the day, that's the time we're waiting for. Okay? It's not going to get better, man. All right? Then you got Esau talking about a soft landing. So that way, America doesn't fall into a complete recession. Hey, a recession is coming, man. Okay? They can only do this soft landing nonsense for but so long before a recession finally comes. That's right, there's been more talk about a recession. Just like last year, October. September and October, man. One may actually happen this year, Lord's willing. All right, a lot of things is going to happen this year. All right? We living in the times of heavy biblical prophecy. Okay? But that was the point on that. Now, let me jump into the Apocrypha. With 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 1. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee, that spake against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Okay? And you can back that up with Romans 3:3. All right? You're going to have a whole bunch of unbelievers and naysayers out here that saying, oh, the Bible ain't real. Everything that you talking about ain't going to happen. That don't exist. Man wrote the Bible. You're going to have a bunch of naysayers, man. As it was in the time of Yahweh Shah, who the world called Jesus Christ. the wicked scribes and Pharisees, they read the prophecies, they knew of the prophecy of Yahushua coming to save Israel from their sins, but they didn't believe it, man. They denied it. They denied it to himself in his face. They denied it. They denied him. They denied their Lord and Savior. All right? Then it hit them like a ton of bricks after they had him crucified. That really was the Son of the Most High. That sounds like Jake too. He don't learn his lesson until the last minute. All right? But going back to the point, it says, 2 Esdras 15:4, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Yeah, there you go, man. All right, all this high-level adultery. All right, all this high-level witchcraft. You know, people betraying one another, idolatry. All right, their hurtful works are fulfilled, man. Look at the state of the planet. All right, our ecosystem is through, man. That's why you got all these earthquakes going on. All right, these volcanoes erupting, because this place is through. Okay. That's why we need the Lord to restore it back to its primal form, man. When you're in your prime, you in the best time of your life, man. That's when you're the healthiest. You're the most active. All right. We want the world to be put back in its prime. We want ourselves to be put back in our prime, man. Okay. Verse 7, 2 Esdras 15:7. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. These all those things I mentioned earlier, man. All right, the drunkenness, the adultery, the idolatry, the witchcraft. All right, all of those things our people profanely commit. The word profane just means outside of the temple. All right, outside of the law of the Lord, man. It says, in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. All right, that's talking about us, starting with the elders and the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. The souls of the just crying out to the Lord continually. All right, Isaiah 62:6 talks about that as well. All right, we make a mention of the Lord, and we're not giving him rest until he get us up out of here. All right? We're the righteous blood crying unto the Lord, man. Okay? Verse 9, and therefore saith the Lord, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. And that's exactly what's going to happen, man. All right, that's why the scripture, as a matter of fact, just to prove that, this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 1. It says, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of God, and there shall no torment touch them. Yeah, there you go, man. All right? All right, now. Will you be righteous? Will you repent? Will you sincerely seek after the Lord? All right? You're in his protection. You're in his grasp. All right? The Lord's ears are always open unto the cries of the ones that truly believe in him. It says, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of God, and there shall no torment touch them. All right? And that's really the point on that. You know, that whole chapter in itself is heavy, but, I just want to read the point. Going back to 2 Esdras 15:10, it says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Now, this is not talking about literal Egypt. All right, over there in the Middle East today, it's not talking about Egypt. It's talking about another Egypt. All right? And the Lord is basically saying he's going to smite this place like he did the original Egypt. All right? Over there in Africa today. All right? The Lord says he's going to smite this place. Just like he did in the days of old. All right? But this time it's going to be much worse, because once again, as it said in Daniel the 12th chapter, it's going to be a time like that such was, all right, on the face of the earth, man, loosely paraphrasing, but it's going to be a time like never before. So this time when the Lord, show his works, nobody's going to know what the hell is going on. It's going to, once again, it's going to be a time like never before, man. Never been recorded in history before. Everything's going to be new. It's going to be a new type of destruction. Okay? Verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with the fearful constellation. Woe to, so nothing is going to be able to grow here. All right? You won't be able to, harvest any food. All right? And how could you be able to, man, with all the chaos that's going to be, going on, man? It's going to be total anarchy out here. All right? Hell on earth. All right? We're America's going into the hour of travail, man. The hour of travail where, the woman is about to deliver that child. Jacob's trouble. All right? America's about to be going through, the world is about to be going through labor pains. Okay? Verse 13. It's like it. Verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. It's talking about race wars and riots. Okay? Look at what happened on Christmas, man. You had them pro-Palestinians. All right, they set that New York City Christmas tree on fire. And then what happened? There was a riot, man. The protesters versus the NYPD. All right? Because of what's going on between Israel and Palestine right now, man. Okay? So you got these Palestinians over here upset, okay, for what their people are going through, and they're taking it out on America because America's aligned, all right, with or allied with Israel and vice versa, okay, and this is good to see, man. This is a very good thing to see, one people standing up to fight against another, all right, and then y'all see what happened in Los Angeles, where that so-called black man attacked that so-called white judge. It's going to be a lot more of that, man. It's not going to stop there. All right? You got Jake. You got Jake going back to his, he's crying for his power, man. Jake ready to take the kingdom. You got Judah rousing up. I ain't going to pull it, But you got Judah, the so-called black man, rousing up, man. He's angry. He's upset. Why? Because he's oppressed. And he's starting to see it more and more and more. Okay? So it's good that we got, you so-called blacks rousing up and getting upset and getting angry. All right? The Lord wants you to do that. That's biblical prophecy. The scriptures say, Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Egypt talking about this place. You so-called blacks is about to get busy. All right? And the Native Americans is going to follow. Because those are your brothers. But that's what the scripture's talking about. Race wars, man. Our civil unrest. 2 Esdras 15 and 16. It says, for there shall be sedition among men. Salakia. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay, so ain't nobody gonna care about the law in that day, because everybody's gonna be so emotionally charged and fueled in anger at what's going on. That's right, they're gonna be shooting at each other, man. Hey, that's heavy. That's right, they're gonna be shooting at each other, man. All right, the so-called blacks against the so-called whites, the so-called Native Americans against the so-called whites, okay? All these other nations mixed in. There's going to be chaos out here. All right? Let's look at that word sedition real quick. All right? Because you people, a lot of you people don't want to believe it, man. Y'all still want the peace. All right? Y'all still want the safety. You know? You still want to trust in the shadow of Egypt. You still want to trust in Babylon. All right? But that trust is going to be to your detriment, man. All right? Sedition meaning, you're just going to get it on Google. It says conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. All right? And that's exactly what's about to happen, man. It's about to be high-level sedition out here. All right? High-level rebellion out here against the American government. It's already enough that you got a certain percentage of the people. I think it's like 30 or 40% of Americans don't trust the government. You know? These are your so-called conspiracy theorists. You know? You're crazy people. You know, you're loonies. Okay? But there's a certain percentage of Americans who don't trust America, the government, you know, and rightfully so. This place is wicked. But then what does Esau say, like that one clown from, a couple weeks back? If you don't like America, you can leave. These damn pasty-faced devils, man. These red devils. But anyway, never mind him. But it's a damn good reason not to trust the American government, man. All right? As much hell as they brought upon us. All right, with the poisoning, once again, the poisoning of the food and the water supply, the poisoning of the air, all right, giving our women birth control and Planned Parenthood, okay, in Section 8, all right, pitting a man against a woman. Come on, bro. Come on, man. America's history is shameful. All right? But that was the point on that. So yes, rebellion is coming. All right? Then it says what? They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Yeah. And ain't going to be no more listening to the law, man. Ain't going to be no more law-abiding citizens in the day of Jacob's trouble, man. Because everybody going to be fighting for their lives and trying to survive. All right? It's going to be ugly out here too, man. You know? It's going to be real ugly. You already see people out there, in California, in Pennsylvania, okay? In parts of New York, living in tents. All right? Prostitutes out on the damn street. All right? The homelessness rate is crazy high right now, bro. All right? You got these people out here, all strung out on drugs. They gonna be your zombies, man. Like that story that came out years ago about the guy in Florida eating the other guy's face off, man. Those is gonna be your zombies. Okay? It's gonna be terrifying out here, man. Y'all gonna be crapping your pants. Second Esdras 15 and 17, it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right? Because what? There's going to be these roads. These roads are going to be sectioned off. Like it shows you in your zombie movies. All right, your zombie apocalypse movies. Okay? They got roadblocks all over the place. barricades. All right. You need some type of confirmation to get through, you know, a certain a city. It's going to be all of that, man. It's going to be all of that. All right. They put it in your video games. They put it in your TV shows and movies. All right. It's going to be a lot of places that you won't be able to go into, man. All right. Why do you think you got all these travel bans going on? You know, they're starting to cut off travel because you got a lot of people, you know, leaving America right now, man. And they're about to cut off travel completely. So you won't be able to fly to your Philippines, okay? You won't be able to fly to your India or your Africa. You won't be able to go anywhere, man. All of that is about to get shut down, all right? Verse 18, it says, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." Yeah, this is what Jacob's trouble is going to look like, man. All right? The house is going to be troubled and spoiled, man. Okay? How can a house be troubled? Because what? You're going to have these soldiers, these troops, and, you know, random angry and hungry people who's going to break into your house and spoil your goods, man. They're going to take everything. They leave you with nothing. All right? Verse 19, it says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor." Look, there you go. "But shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation." Yeah, that's how crazy it's going to be out here, man. You know? So John next door or Bill down the street, they gonna come run over to your crib and kick your door down, man. You know? They're gonna say, "Give me what you got." All right? It's gonna be crazy out here, man. A man should have no pity on his neighbor. All right? And that was really the point on that. This whole chapter is heavy, but I'm going to jump over it. This is the book of 2nd Esdras. And I'll start at verse 13. All right? Now this is going into the judgment of Babylon, man. What's to come? All right, aside from after Jacob's trouble, man. All right, because we're telling you that World War III, well, we're in the midst of it, okay, but the climax is on its way, I should say, okay? This is what's going to happen after the fact, all right? And a little bit of the time before. All right, so 2nd Esdras 16 and 13, it says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world." All right, that's talking about the intercontinental ballistic missiles, okay? It's talking about those, all right, because those are the weapons of the Lord's indignation. Those are the weapons in the Lord's armory. Okay, they're going to be shot into the ends of the world, man, into the ends of the earth. Okay. It says, "Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again." Okay? So these plagues that get sent out, these missiles, okay, these diseases that get sent out, they're not gonna go backwards. They're gonna propel and exceed forward, man. All right? They're gonna propel forward. You know? Outbreaks, pestilences, diseases, missiles, okay? Because what they making all of these fighter jets and bombers all right, that's going to light this place up. These other nations, man, like the Kim Jong-uns, the Xi Jinpings, okay? It's going to be crazy out here, man. This place is going to literally be Call of Duty. This place is literally going to be Call of Duty, man. You know, for all you video gamers out there. All right? This is going to look like your favorite video game. That's how wild it's going to be out here, man. All right? Verse 17, 2 Andrew 16 and 17, it says, woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? Yeah, because the vision, because this is the vision, this is a part of the vision that Ezra saw. You know? So he's saying, woe is me, death to me, who's going to deliver me in those days, man? You know? And what? That's spiritual too, because it's talking about reincarnation. He knew he was going to be back. Because what? We believe in reincarnation, man. The scriptures speak of reincarnation. So Ezra knew that he was going to be somewhere in those times, and he's saying, woe was me, who's going to deliver me in that time, in those days? Verse 18, it says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are set as scourges for amendment. All right, now that word amend means to change or to make better. Okay, so all of these things are punishments or scourges, all right, for change, to make things better later on. All right, because what? The wicked must be punished. Okay? Verse 21, or verse 20, it says, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness. So even with all of that going on, the wicked still going to be wicked. All right? It says, nor always be mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them, yeah, because what? Given the fluctuation of this unstable society, this consistently unstable society, all right, there is going to be a point in time to where, you know, gas is going to be cheaper again, food is going to be cheaper again, housing is going to be cheaper again, okay, and then what? People are going to start getting uncomfortable, as you typically do, and then what? Everything's just going to skyrocket all over again, man. All right? It says, verse 22, 2 Andrew 16 and 22, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. Yeah, so it's going to look like, and I oftentimes mention it, I Am Legend with Will Smith. You know? When you looked at the city, I think it was New York, but it was like vines and, you know, wildlife all over the place, man. Nobody's going to be left to till it. It ain't going to be no landscapers, man. All right, because everybody going to be, you know, either dead or hiding. All right? And that was the point on that. Let me go ahead and, this whole chapter is heavy too. All right? But let me get this and then I'll close out through the Spirit. 2 Ezra 16 and 70. It says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection, which means uprising, upon those that fear the Lord. Yes, so the men of the Lord, the prophets, are going to be targeted for telling the truth, man, which is going on right now. Okay? This is just the beginning of it. It says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Okay? Because this truth is gone out. All right? And what the elites don't like it, so it's in the interest of the elites, these globalists, to stir the pot. All right? And make the people come up against the prophets. Because this truth is going out, man. All right? So their ultimate goal is to get us to perish. All right? So they can get everybody else to conform to their, you know, new normal, to their new world order. all right, which is not going to come to pass. You know, Esau going to get everything in place, okay? He going to be thinking he's, he got it going on, all right, but what? It's not going to come to pass. The Lord is going to shut down his whole operation, all right? But they're trying to block the truth from getting out, all right? They're trying to block the truth from getting out. They're trying to stop it, all right? So these days are coming, man, all right? Verse 72, it says, "For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire." And that's the point on that, man. Because what? We're not going to denounce the name of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, no matter what happens to us, man. All right? But that was the end of my lesson. I'm going to say, Kol Haloyim La, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem Kadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well for teaching me the truth. Salutations to the elect. Shalom.